Alright, good evening ladies. I wanted to do a video tonight specifically on training to help you grow your business. It seems like I've been getting a lot of posts lately of people posting, I don't know anybody who will have a party for me, or I don't know enough people, or when I talk to people about joining, they'll say, oh, I don't have enough friends who would throw a party for me or help me out in their business. So I wanted to talk to you tonight about the most important thing that you should do to grow your business. And that is something that I can almost guarantee that most of you have not done. If you've done it, I'll be very impressed. So what the most important thing you can do to grow your business is to sit down and write your list of 100. So what is a list of 100? You should know this because it's actually in your startup guide. Your list of 100 is 100 people that you know, basically. I don't care if you have to put your mail lady on there or your hairdresser or whoever you're going to put on it. It's all people that you know. And what you're going to do is, once you have that list of 100 down, you're going to group them into people who you think would either buy, host, or join. So in order to do this, you're going to let Frank help you because it seems a little bit overwhelming. And for you that don't know who Frank is, it's a little acronym and it stands for friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, and kids. So actually, if there is a list of 100 in the workstation, a printable like this, and if you take that and you actually use Frank, it works out to be 20 per category. So you would write down 20 friends, you would write down 20 relatives, you'd write down 20 acquaintances, so people you know but you don't hang out with on a regular basis. Then you would write down 20 neighbors or people that are in your community. And the last one is kids, so you'd write down anybody that is associated with your kids. So like if your kids are in soccer or hockey or coaches or people that you know from the rink or any of that kind of stuff. And then you're actually going to get on the phone and you're going to start calling these people. There's a reason that this list is in the startup guide. It is because this is the foundation for your business. This is the foundation that you want to advance your business from. So if you don't start with the basics, you can't move beyond something you've never started. So your goal is to create that list of 100 and then move beyond it so that you're always constantly expanding your business. Once somebody on your list has bought, hosted, or joined, you can cross them off and you're going to replace them with somebody else. So just bear with me because I have notes on the screen here if you're wondering what I'm looking at. Having your list of 100 helps you get into the habit of making phone calls. Phone calls lead to sales, parties, and recruiting. So get in the habit of making phone calls, also known as follow-ups. You're going to ask, and I really suggest that you call people or at the very least text. You want it to be more personal. So try not to Facebook people or email people, but ask anybody you can think of if they'd like to do a home party, a basket party, catalog party, buy something. If they say no, they're not interested, then just say, okay, that's fine, thank you very much, but maybe you know somebody who would be, and I'd really appreciate if you'd pass my information on to them. So once we get that list of 100 done, the next step is that we want to move beyond that list. So the way we move beyond the list is parties. So you think about if your cousin had a party for you, maybe one town over. The chances of you knowing any of the people there are probably pretty slim. You're gonna maybe know some of your relatives that she invited, but other than that, that's gonna expand your circle greatly. And parties are the best way to expand your circle and your customer base. When you think of, you go to one party and there's 10 people there that you don't know, you're going to want to try to book another party from that party, and that's going to expand your circle even further because that person knows even more people that you don't know. You're going to want to build relationships with businesses. So if you frequent a hairdresser or a specific store that you go into a lot, or doctor's office, or tanning bed place, veterinarian, whatever. Ask them if you can set up a little display with your business cards and catalogs. Maybe it's somewhere that they could use a little bit of scent, and you could drop a warmer off and continuously provide them with wax, so that when their customers and clients come in, they ask what the smell is and they can redirect the business to you. Customer service and follow-ups is very, very important. So follow up with those customers. Make sure they're taking their items out of the box. Like, I've had one person order a lampshade and they didn't know how to put it together, so they just put it back in the box. So I called her to make sure everything was okay. And she said to me, well, I didn't even really know how to put it together. So had I not called her, she, would have left her warmer in the box, never used it, never reordered. So you always want to follow up, make sure people are using the products properly. For example, I also had another customer who didn't order wax from me from a really long time, and I ran into her in the grocery store one day, and I said, hey Beth, how's it going? Like, I haven't heard from you in a while. And she's saying, well, I still have wax in my Scentsy warmer. And I was like, well, Beth, the wax doesn't actually ever evaporate. It stays in there. And she was like, oh my gosh. She's like, I feel so stupid. So she was waiting for the wax to actually evaporate, which it doesn't. We know that the smell just goes away. So that's another really important thing, to follow up with your customers. Let them know that the wax is always going to be there, because if they're waiting for it to evaporate, you're never going to get another order from them again. Referral programs, you can ask your customers that you have to refer you to their friends and family. You can start a referral program, like maybe you want to give a free bar of wax to somebody who recommends a new customer once they place their first order. You could do like different things, like a scent circle. You do 10% off their order for bringing in new business. You could, if somebody gives you a referral for somebody to join your team. I know a couple of girls who give plugins for that kind of stuff. It's all up to you what you're comfortable giving. Community services is another way. Get out there, volunteer in your community, wear your Scentsy stuff, make new connections, sign up for a club or something that you enjoy. Don't go in there and start throwing Scentsy around the first day, but eventually it's going to come up. People are going to ask you, what you're doing, or if you're going to the gym, wear a Scentsy shirt to work out in. Fundraisers we actually discussed the other night, so we know how all those work, and that's a really good way to expand beyond your list of 100. Fairs and shows are another excellent way to expand your list of 100. You always want to provide a door prize, because offering door prize, you'll be able to get contact information and find out if anybody's interested in hosting, joining, or fundraising, and then you got to make sure that you actually follow up with those people later on. There's no point in having their names in there if you never call them. And then the other one is utilizing your personal life. So that's kind of the same thing as before, where I said join a club or daycare. Like, I bring my kid to preschool every day, and I actually dropped off the director of the preschool is one of my Scentsy customers, and I said to her, the new catalog came out, I'll bring you one. So I brought her a new catalog, and when I came back to pick Logan up at the end of the day, she had a $80 order for me from somebody else in the building. So that was pretty good. So you want to try and utilize the different areas of your life to fit in Scentsy. Just like, I don't know if you guys saw Patricia's post the other night, but she said she had given Stella the unicorn to her son's, I think, or daughter's friend's birthday party, and everybody started asking about the unicorn and were in love with it and that type of thing. So whenever you can fit it in, try to fit it in. Alright. Let me just see here. So I think that is pretty much all I have for you tonight. If what I would like you to do is to sit down and make your list of 100. Once you have your list of 100 written out, post a picture on our Facebook page, and everybody that does up their list of 100 will get a little gift from me in the mail. So I challenge you to do that tonight. And I look forward to seeing those lists. Bye.